Cześć, witam Was na kanale Gaming After 30. Ja nazywam się Paweł i chciałbym zaprosić Was do świata Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. Cześć, dzisiejszy odcinek to początek na pewnej sporej zmiany. Mianowicie, cóż, w związku z różnymi kwestiami, tak jak pamiętacie, zmieniłem Edera na Swashbucklera poprzez konsolę. Zrobiłem to dość wcześnie, a to niestety wyłączyło na całą grę zdobywanie osiągnięć. Może nie jestem achievement hunterem, ale trochę to byłoby wkurzające, gdyby od początku gry te osiągnięcia się nie zapisywały. Dlatego postanowiłem restartować grę. Zmieniłem w nowym przejściu parę rzeczy. Przede wszystkim nasz bohater to już nie jest paladyn czysty, tylko jest to wojownik mnich. To po pierwsze. Po drugie, odrobinę zmieniłem nasze dziedzictwo i przez to na przykład poprzysiągłem nie Beratowi, tylko też przede wszystkim jednej bogini, jednemu bogowi. Był to Bóg łowów i przez to oddałem pod koniec pierwszej części duszę do Jelenioboża i tym wzmocniliśmy ludność tego regionu. To też wpłynęło m.in. na losy Paleginy, ale to zaraz ją zobaczycie na audiencji u królowej, bo też druga rzecz jest taka, że przeszedłem troszeczkę w innej kolejności te zadania. Najpierw odwiedziłem port Martwego Światła, a potem dopiero na Ketakę. Dokładnie port Martwego Światła, Zenzę, a dopiero na końcu na Ketakę. Ale tak na dobrą sprawę tutaj nic kluczowego się nie zmieniło w tym odcinku. Tutaj zobaczcie moją audiencję u królowej, potem kilka zadań, które wykonałem w dzielnicy pałacowej. No i na tym się skończy dzisiejszy odcinek. Znów nagrany bez komentarza, ale mam nadzieję, że będzie na tyle interesujący. Tutaj zresztą dużo jest dialogów, więc myślę, że ten komentarz tak byłby zbędny. Zapraszam zatem do oglądania. Jeżeli mielibyście jakieś pytania dotyczące zmian, to już jest rozgrywka na patchu 2.0, więc też trochę mechanicznych rzeczy się zmieniło, ale wszystko jest w patch notesach, do tego odsyłam. No a tymczasem przestaję gadać i zapraszam do oglądania.
You have no right to interfere in Rauatai's business.
Huana culture isn't business, you company drudge.
I don't give two pyres for your tribal pride, and I wager that Archipelagiem cares even less.
If this is what passes for Rauatai in diplomacy, Nui has bigger problems.
If you've come to see Archipelagiem, you're too late. He left the estate on wizard business.
Tamar and I wanted something from Archipelagiem. Our powers of persuasion leave much to be desired.
The wizard got his hands on a Huana tablet, the Harapo epic. I came to reclaim it for Rauatai. In the middle of my negotiations, this little pest showed up with a claim on it.
The Harapo epic belongs to the Huana. The Queen sent me to remind you both. A spellcaster, and a damn good one. Specializes in hexes and illusions. He and his apprentice run the Dark Cupboard, a local magic shop.
I believe that he had dealings with black market treasure hunters. Not that the Queen will implicate him.
She's too preoccupied negotiating with the warmongers at her door.
Archimere could be drinking Kuiki wine with dead kings. There's no finding him if he doesn't want to be found.
Akira, few outsiders can appreciate what such an artifact could mean to our people.
Posturing about cultural value is worthless. We both want the tablet for the same reason.
There are things better left unsaid.
While I'm standing here, you mean?
Akira, I don't deny it. I might as well adjourn to the palace in Serpent's Crown and give Archimere time to think.
What a load of... You mean to get your hands on that tablet with or without Archimere? You island rats can barely write your own names, much less a distinguished epic.
Scamper back to the Brass Citadel and spin your own plots. I will happily do the same on my side of the island.
I suppose I can spare a moment. I help finance expeditions around the Isles, which often means keeping an ear to the ground. Not very romantic from behind a desk, but Rauatai's campaign could use the extra coin. It's a handsome piece of rock, which some call valuable. I won't dispute that point if the value goes to Rauatai. I suppose it's no secret that we're after more than some arbitrary cultural touchstone. We're looking for a route to Ukaizo. Stands to reason that ancient lore would be a key to finding the place. Archimere is a magical savant and a recluse. That makes for a very dangerous combination. He relies on imps and ironclad constructs to maintain the estate. When you've lived as long as Archimere, I suppose trust becomes a problem. Fine by me. I'm looking forward to the day when the Harappo epic is someone else's concern. All of her pretenses of cultural pride are a means to an end. Like the rest of the Huana, she isn't above exploiting any advantage if she can profit from it. As you say? I heard tell of Ephron, a thief with a penchant for making house calls. Word has it that Ephron made his way inside of Archimere's manor and later died. Now his soul is bound to the fortune-telling machine in the dark cupboard. Strange fate. When it comes to finding the lost island, we can't afford to neglect any lead. The Ranganui seeks to saddle the weather and harness the storm. If there is a place where this can happen, it is Ukaizo. When it comes to the Ranganuis...
Did the queen summon everyone to the palace?
Akira, I've never seen Aruihi run so fast.
Do you think the Audra Colossus would come here next?
Pray to Kahopa, it does not.
Akira, we meet again. There's always Fasina, Archimede's apprentice. No love lost there if whispers are true. Archimede seems to enrage those of his inner circle, not excluding the imps. Akira, it could prove a touchstone for the Huana. It could even... Sorry, you go ahead. It is important to all who call the Deadfire home. I only tell you this because I know you can be trusted. The epic is supposed to contain information on Ukaizo. Nothing as dramatic as a set of coordinates, but anything helps. Stories are also important to the Huana. Much of who we are is still missing. The story could speak to the values and beliefs of our ancestors. The language structure, narrative voice, and use of metaphor can tell us something about the time of its inscription. We could even... I've lost you, haven't I? Akira, I tend to go on. Akira, from the Journal of Rakua, an explorer who found the tablet on a remote island some 20 years ago. Unfortunately for Rakua, the most we found of her was her journal among the flotsam of a shipwreck. They think the tablet can show them, well, the way to Ukaizo. Akira, it's a mythical island, but that isn't stopping any of us from rushing to claim it first. Akira, the pleasure is mine.
Hold a moment. You may visit the palace and its shrine, but be warned. The Queen meets with trading company vipers. Take care you are not bitten. You will find her in her throne room through the door behind me. Inform the guards of your purpose. Whether the Queen will hear you above the baying of her guests is another matter.
No i oto następuje moment, kiedy wchodzi nasz nowy główny bohater. Już nie jest nim Maynard, tylko Grodgar, czyli właśnie wojownik mnich. Klasa nazwana przez twórców jako awanturnik.
While I am flattered by the esteemed Hazanui's confidence, I must wonder how my people are meant to have destroyed an entire colony overnight.
You tell us. It's no coincidence that your outpost at Port Moje survived the recent storm.
You speak as if I could command the tides. While you are casting your blame in a wide net, why not look to our Kahanga allies? We do not share their talent for shaping water.
I say our guest forgets himself.
Brother, stand down. You are the one who mistakes my throne room for a sparring arena. I say this is beneath us. An interesting visitor in difficult times. You cannot be here to deliver a favorable omen. The gods remember the honest, and so do I. Allow me to apologize as I toss you before the wolves. This one is a watcher blessed by Tangaloa. I suspect that many of our questions about Hasongo will soon be answered.
one of our busiest ports. Much of the food we send to Rawatai passes through Hasongo. I take it from your question that you are not here to enlighten us about Hasongo.
I know this one. His parlor tricks frightened 10 years of every sailor in Queen's birth.
We assembled to discuss the darkening of Hasongo, one of Rawatai's colonies. Watcher, it seems you have the floor.
Huh. What sailor's tale is this?
There's no sane explanation for what's been happening. You keep waiting for one, it'll be too late.
Does tilling the soils of the Eastern Reach drive all men mad? You sound as crazy as the Dawn Star Dreamers.
Have you not heard the rumors, Karu? An Adra Colossus marching across the sea. Sailor tales, but credible ones.
Cantanicese. I'm acquainted with the Watcher of Od Nua from my assignments in Defiance Bay and Twin Elms.
Diverus? It explains the colorful nature of your reports.
I have seen things with him that are not even told in the most outlandish of sailors' tales.
And I'm supposed to take 2 Valians at their word?
How came a watcher from half the world away to be involved in these happenings? Enlighten the court. Tracking down a god who stands as tall as a mountain. A fisherman with poor eyesight could do this. My priests will trip over their feet to interpret his divine plan. Watcher, can you cut through the din and tell for what he comes to the Deadfire? How resourceful of you. The Isles are studded with enough luminous Adra to bankroll an economy. I believe our course is clear. We will send the Watcher to Hasongo. Set sail to the west of Neketaka. I would tell you to keep a weather eye out for a lighthouse, but the God of Light did not appreciate competition. Something to add, Hazanui? You have an eager look about you. She believes herself entitled to my ear, I say.
Only that Hasongo is a Rawatayan outpost. It would be useful for the Watcher to take one of ours along.
Ma'am?
Maya's an expert sailor and a better sharpshooter. The best the Brass Citadel has to offer. Whatever comes your way, she'll see it first.
If it gets me and Ashiza out of diplomat duty, we'd set sail with a drunk scolder at the helm.
And shut us out entirely? We have every right to know of any hazards in these waters. Palagino, go with the Watcher. See that the Republics are served in this investigation.
Ah, Your Excellency. Hamed Kong Swalias.
That will be enough parading of champions for now. I'm certain that our guest knows how to assemble a crew. Akira, if you can stand the chattering of unlike minds on your ship, that is your prerogative.
Oh, good thing I'm already accustomed to cramped quarters and temperamental birds.
We both have our orders. I have no interest in interfering with you as long as you do not interfere with me.
I believe we are finished here. Aruihi? Aren't we popular? Take care at Hasongo. The Deadfire was overfull before Eothas blundered in. And take care with your trading company spies.
I say it is beyond time our guests lick their wounds somewhere else.
Dim in the lantern.
Let's speak.
Yeah?
Your coming is a favorable omen already. Nonsense. How else do the gods whisper in our ear? You happen by a time when our rivals bicker and tear at each other's throats. I say the gods have sent us a rare gift wearing a familiar face. Save your manners for my sister. Kohopa fashioned me for the arena, not the court. I will not paddle around the island. My sister wants to know if you are as useful as you are disruptive. She trusts me to judge this. You did not come this far to serve the crown, I say. But sailing is an expensive hobby. Loyal service can keep your galley stocked. Nekataka is a city of friends, I say. We exchange so much between districts. Even my sister's advisors dine at the officers' lounge and indulge at the wild mare. Here in Serpent's Crown, I can guarantee safety, but cavorting with outsiders, Akira, that is open water. A helpful warning, Herald of Bereth, from one friend to another. Akira, to patch a hull or stitch a sail is costly when supplies come from distant islands. The city has honest work for those in need, I say, and insists that everyone carry a heavy purse. My sister keeps a tight grip on Nekataka, but the filth of it drips down her palm and into the gullet. Under our noses, I say, do foreigners smuggle contraband and pay the Rapau for their silence. Take this if you need proof. Akira, you are sharper than my guards for knowing this, I say. An envoy ship sank a day's voyage out of Nekataka. He wore that on his breast. My guards recovered it in a raid of the gullet. This confirms my suspicion. Nekataka has a pirate problem. Smugglers and thieves cluster like rats in Delver's Row. a growth in the bowels of our city.
You think pirates raiding those Republic's bastards be the source of your people's agony? Wonder what the gullet folk would be thinking of that, sir.
Anyone who preys on my people will know Onikaza's justice in time, I say. I want someone to peddle the medallion to the black market, earn the trust of these pirates, and learn how supplies come into my city. Yours may be a familiar face. Tell no one that you work for the crown. When you travel down the mountain, seek Takehu in Pariki's overlook. He is a godlike, one who the people look to for hope. Ngati's chosen knows of our troubles. He could also use a lesson in Raparu modesty. Akira, a kind of something. Takehu was touched by the goddess Ngati at birth. He is as much a creature of the sea as he is Hawana. We are left to interpret what the goddess intends by sending him among us. Akira, if I know Takehu, he is stirring tempers in the Water Shapers Guild. Be on your guard in the gullet. I fear the caverns run deeper than even Ngati could guess.
I did not expect to wait so long for Rikuhu's messenger. Or have you come as Barrett's usher? The foreigners twist even our gods. Should you not be a dwarf? Even dead, I am slighted. Akira, what injustice! But you are here to take me away, are you not? Well, I refuse to go. Never will I move from this place until justice is done. I follow Magrin's way. Yet sickness took me before my time. I died alone and without honors. It must be put right. My body cannot be left here to rot, forgotten. I feel it there like an itch. I have been many things, and in performing my duties I brought honor to my caste and to my kin. A sea captain, a great explorer, trusted advisor to the Queen herself. Now, that is before I left the sea for the mountains, to make maps and guide others. Chief Navigator, that is what I made of myself. I can see nothing in this place of death but distant lights. But I feel I must be close to where I died. I have not taken one step since the darkness came. The sickness, days of it, lying in my own filth as the disease withered me. I passed from wakefulness to sleep with every breath. But I knew it once when it was over. Of course. Some kind of mistake was made, and now Magrin will put it right. I thank you. Please, search my home. My body cannot be far.
Spice? New spice?
No one to check up on her, I guess.
Have you found it? Akira, I hope I have not rotted away. Yes. To think, a Mataru of the Kahanga tribe left to die alone and forgotten. Unthinkable. Truly, they did not come for me. How long has it been? My house fills with the stink of death. May it spread through all of Serpent's Crown. But no matter. Now you can make it right. Take my body to the Temple of Magrin in the Sacred Stair. There is a great fire there that burns eternally. Burn my body there, so that it may be dedicated to Magrin in death. I cannot pass from this life until all is in order. Akira, wrap it in a sheet if you are worried. Magrin places such obstacles before us so that we may... To the temple. Lead on. I will follow your light. The brazier waits in the sacred stair.
The Queen has forbade that any should have contact with her. Akira? She would be banished to the Undercity if not for her sickness. And now that has finished her. Akira, how to say... The sharing that is right among our people. Each of us, in what way we can. It is the role of the Mataru to guide, to protect. A group of the Wapua came to seek Muhai's counsel, for she was known as a great navigator. Muhai was of the Oweki before she came to Neketaka. The Oweki and Wapua were enemies for many years, before Queen Onekaza's time. Muhai misled the hunting party, and they were lost. All of us are Kahanga now. To harm Wapua is to harm Oweki. As Muhai turned her back upon her kin, so we were commanded to turn ours upon her. The Queen would have us join our tribes into one raised fist. She could not let Muhai's crime stand. There are those who kill by sword and those who kill by cunning. To the dead, it makes no difference. I say it was done for the good of our people. The traitors, they make war upon themselves. Each dousing another's flame, they are reduced to embers.
And I say your queen is a shrewd leader. You should consider yourselves fortunate.
So too did she act on her own, against her own people. She does not deserve the honor of walking with the gods. It is good of you to care so for one of our people. Come, give me the body. I will bury her beyond the great city walls. It is the best that I can do. I will do as promised. Thank you, outsider. The Wapua have their justice, and the Queen's law stands. You have done the right thing.
I hear your talk. Who has turned your heart against me? The priest? Has he forgotten who we were? Never before would a member of the Owiki have been left to die alone. I upheld my tribe's honor, and for that I was abandoned. Left to waste away, to hobble around my home with only maps for company. Now I will be buried like a secret, never to know Magrin's favor. Berath will claim you in time, and I will be here, Watcher. I wait for you on this side.
Be welcome. We gather to honor the goddess. For we must earn the strength to endure the darkest of life's battles. It is an opportunity to learn. What good is a fighter who knows how to defend against a single enemy? If we must one day fight one another, such
Na koniec tego odcinka natomiast krótkie spotkanie z piratami, o których wspomina Serafen, kiedy wpływamy do Neketaki po wizycie w porcie Martwego Światła, kiedy już znamy parę szczegółów a propos tego, gdzie udał się Romero.
Hold up, Cap. That be Malnage, the High Queen Sea Devil of the Deadfire herself, awaiting us like a shark in heat. Malnage, former ship hunter of the Sorcerer, taught me the trade, theoretically.
Captain, I've heard a mess and a half about you. Mostly good. Though I see your taste in company could use some refining.
Typical Malnage. Can't match my skill, so you try to spew shit.
Boy, when you're as old as me, your skill will still be naught more than the untrained fumbling of an Adeiran maid to the refined workings of my mind. I've heard about your run-ins with Captains Benweth and Ferrante. Meeting the old Principe seems like. Almost makes a girl green. The envy of missing the party. I'm tracking a man by the name of Romero. Traitor to the cause.
Romero ain't no traitor, you mind-blind sack of squid squirts.
Captain, there'll be a bounty of some 4,000 pounds on Romero, quick or dead. I'd be willing to cut you 1/10 of that, here and now, if you give me any knowledge you might have stumbled across on your travels. Careful, Watcher. You don't want to go making yourself an enemy of the Principe Sen Patrena. Anyone aids our enemies shares their fate, you know? Fare thee well, Captain. See you around, Seraphin.